Shalom, shalom, shalom. Blessings, blessings to you all. Love you guys. Um, First, I want to send my condolences to the family who lost their loved one, the baby that was murdered this past week, and to the family of just a couple of. It's just been an awful past week. This week has been pretty awful. I just heard about a couple young teenagers that was murdered, and I was going to talk about something else with my video today, but this impelled me because if you're not familiar with me, I have a strong passion for our youth because I feel like no, 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 no. I'm sorry, guys. I have my dog. I have a strong passion for our youth, and I feel that we got to do what we got to do. We got to get out of our comfort zone. We got to stop acting like we don't have a task out here. We have a big responsibility to our youth. We have a really big responsibility to our young adults, to our teenagers, and it was tragic, and I'm so sorry to hear that. It just did something to my spirit. I mean, it hurts when any child lose their life, and by gun violence. It's just awful, it's sad, and it just goes to show us that what is really needed in our community, and when it comes to our children. And I'm so sorry, guys. She's just a little fussy. She sees someone and then she wants to growl like they care. But I was gonna talk about something else, but this something really touched my spirit, and to see that some people out here really do want to step up and start doing things, because we all starting to see this. This is like something that's really needed in our community. That old saying, it takes a village. It definitely takes a village, and it's going to take a village for us to step in and step up. I'm thinking we can do something for our young men, because it's really, to think about it, we need programs for our young men and our young ladies, but we really need some serious programs for our young men, teaching them the way. You can't tell me these young folks that's getting in gangs and selling dope and shooting and murdering don't have goals in life outside of that. Every child wanted to be something special. And I'm not talking about selling dope, uh, I'm having a total blank. Selling dope, being in a gang, sitting up here murdering, not having a life, not wanting to keep a job. Every child wants more. But sometimes, and we have a habit of saying it's children they hang around, definitely. But guess what? It take a village. So figure out who are the kids they're hanging around. What's wrong with them kids? Do they need us to step in? Do they need help? What's going on with their housing? How are they? Is it a single mom? Is a mom involved? Is a dad involved? We're quick to judge other people's kids, but we also got to look at what's going on with those other kids. We can't be quick, and I'm learning that, like, I don't I can't sit up and say with somebody else's child they just ridiculous. I mean, because we don't, a lot of us parents, sometimes we don't know what our kids be doing. All we can do is pray that the Most High keep them safe and keep them level headed and keep them on a narrow path. So we have to start doing what we have to start doing as adults, and stepping up and stop being complacent and kind of lazy. And I'm just being real, and I'm speaking because I'm speaking on behalf of myself as well. We have to be done with the chit chatting and talking about this. We have to start taking action. Every child has a purpose. Every individual has a purpose. That child, God created these babies for a purpose. But they need to start knowing their purpose at an early age, and not wait till they get our age, start figuring out what their purpose is in life. This is something we can start setting a foundation for now to save our children. There's too much negative influence out here for them to keep falling into the same vicious cycle of just violence and drugs. And it's just, there's so much going on that we can't even, you know, we have to figure out that when it's time to step up and step in. We have to know when it's time to step up and step in. It's just ridiculous, guys. I'm at the park and, just I thought I was at a peaceful spot, but my dog want to growl all day. My little dog wants to sit up and growl at everybody, and they bumping their music and pause and sit right there. So it is what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, and I just felt it was so necessary to do this video because I wasn't even going to talk about this, but something in my spirit, God said, no, I want you. I felt it. I felt this was something that was needed, and my heart goes out to the families who lost those babies the other couple days ago. It's just so devastating. It's devastating to lose any family member and loved one to murder. I don't think there's anybody that's okay with that, and that is going to just, be at peace with that. You know, that's why I feel it's important. It's so much we can do. I just sit and think about all the things that we can do that could help. Be quiet, okay? That's enough. You're just sitting there growling. That's enough, okay? They're not bothering you. She's something else, guys. I'm so sorry. That's my little road dog today. We came out to the park and I was gonna do a nice video on something else, and that was touching my spirit. But I felt it was necessary because I feel a lot of us talk about this stuff, and we need to really start taking action, finding out what the youth purpose is. Youth with purpose. Y'all know how I am about purpose because God created for us. Everybody has a purpose, and if we start with these babies, there's a brighter future for all of us. We can lead them on the right narrow path to salvation, to do the things that God chose them to do, knowing that they are special, knowing who they are. And a lot of the issues are they don't know who they are. You know, a lot of these young folks need to be educated. They need to be, it's so many programs we can do. Like, we need a lot of men, our black men, to step up, step out of your comfort zone, you know, create things for our young folks for them to do. What kind of nowadays, we have to just tap into these young folks brain and see what it is that they like to do, that's going to make them feel good about themselves, that they're going to enjoy doing. We can't keep doing things our way. We have to, at least to bring them in, we have to focus on the things that will bring their attention. Even if we do things like creating where they can win video games and things like that, just something challenging, creating business classes, free, make it challenging, make it fun, things like that to help them achieve the goals, the things that they want to do in life. You got children pressure with drugs, pressure with school, pressure with, a lot of these folks and a lot of these babies be out here so stressed out at young ages. It don't make no sense because this world is so evil, and there's so much more going on in the world than it used to be when we were younger. There's so much more pressure on these young folks than it was when we were young. I don't care what nobody say. These kids got it way worse than what we had it. It was violence and stuff, but they wasn't sitting up here gunning these little, the violence and shootings and things weren't this sinister. It wasn't this heartless. It wasn't this repetitive. It's we have to step up. We have to step in, and I feel like God has put it on my heart. I feel like we have to do something. I feel like we should start brainstorming on some things. It starts small. We can start with our community, figuring out programs and just something to get these. Like, we have a lot of these, we have places and organizations we can come together and figure out some programs for our youth that's going to make it to where they're going to be interested. There's nothing to do for these kids in the communities no more but stay in trouble, join gangs, sit around, get high. Some of these young folks don't even want to work. We got to do better. And it starts with us adults. Like, we got to get up off our behinds and we got to get to business because we got work to do. We got to bring the children of the light out, our babies, because they are the future. And if we start losing them and they get corrupted mentally and spiritually, we're doomed. Their future is doomed. They're going to slip right into the darkness of some of the ways of this world. We got to teach them to love. Love is so powerful. We have to teach love. There's too much evil and hate, and just we want to get mad at each other. We ready to shoot and kill. Nobody want to buck it out no more in the street. Like back in the day, man, we took it to the streets and we got them hands. We threw them things. Men threw them things. They wasn't sitting up running to the trunk. It was rarely that you had dudes popping their trunks. Back in the day they did say pop the trunk, but rarely that happened. A lot of the times I know really for sure in my dad's days, they was out there taking them bucking, throwing them things with them fists. They wasn't sitting up there running to no guns, you know. And I just feel like that's something that, we have to start teaching them to love themselves. And this peer pressure is so strong amongst our youth. We just have to do something because a lot of these children are just slipping away from us, and it's so sad and it's heartbreaking. But I think, that's something that me personally, I'm going to focus on. And I want to, I've seen a few people that will be interested in doing something for our youth. And I'm starting to see it, like, and I love to see our people step up. It's a beautiful thing. We need our men to step up. We do. We need you guys to step up for these kings, these young kings, because they are future. Y'all got to step up and be kings. Step in for these boys, grab them around that neck. What's up, shorty? You know what you want to do. Give them a few lessons on God. Make it fun for them, make it interesting. Let them love themselves. Show them who they are to the Most High. You know, let them know there's beauty in having a future. That path of righteousness is a beautiful thing, man. And I think a lot of kids really want it, but it's all about us feeding it to them. That spiritual food, man. That spiritual food get them so far. We have so many things deterring these children away from God, and disbelief and unbelief, because we got all these different type of doctrines and all this stuff going on. It's just kind of tainting. It's just a lot of stuff is being tainted, and we need to get back on track. So I just wanted to do this video, guys. It was short, and I just really felt this was necessary because my heart goes out to the family who lost those babies to the shootings. And I'm definitely going to keep the family in my prayers who lost the older guy as well. I believe he was a coach. I heard he was a coach. I believe he was like in his 40s or whatever. He was found dead as well. So there was a lot going on, a lot of wickedness going on, a lot of death, and all of it, from what I'm hearing, was related. So I'm so sorry for your loss. I will definitely continue to pray for you and your family. Stay strong. Keep your faith in the Most High. He will get you through it. God don't give us no more than we can bear. We should take this as a lesson to step up and start loving our people enough to step in and do something about the things that's going on in this world. So I'm going to go ahead and get off this video because somebody's pulling up next to me, and my dog is about to go nuts, and I'm about to, I want y'all to see me, throw her out the car now. I won't do that to her. But shalom, everyone. I love you. Stay blessed. Stay strong. Just keep your head up. Love yourself. Let's start loving our babies more. And now, what I mean loving them more is by us stepping in. It's time for us to step in and step up. And kings, we need y'all. We need y'all like never before. We love you guys. I love my kings. You guys are hey, you guys set the tone for the future and for our young men. We teach our young men to be men, then the women gonna follow. The young girls gonna follow because we got a lot of these little young ladies up here thinking all this stuff is cute that some of these little young guys doing that ain't cool. It's all comes together. We got a lot of women. We got to step up and start teaching our young ladies how to be queens and how you supposed to be treated. I think we should have nice little etiquette classes, but fun. It's a lot of stuff we can do for our youth now. A lot of stuff we can do. Love our babies enough to step in. It takes a whole village. It definitely takes a village. So I just wanted to do this video, guys, and say shalom. I love you. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in for another one of my videos. And remember, always stay grounded in your purpose. And we know that our youth has a purpose. Youth for purpose. And that's what it's about. We need to know, let our youth know that they have a purpose on this life, how God chose them. It's time for us to step up for our people. It's time to do the right thing. And that's not singling out anybody else. It's just we need to start loving our people, to do for our people, to save our people, to save the children of Israel. Hallelujah. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. All praises to the Most High. I love you. God bless you. Have an awesome night. Stay safe and keep dodging them demons. Shalom.